that this feels more to me like a classic bear market than it does a correction or a dip or a quote-unquote healthy pullback.
Expected that we would come back to reality.
A great many stocks in the red.
New tariffs could trigger a recession. His worry was that it would cause a depression.
Fire, you got circuit breakers. You have the stock market erasing 12 trillion plus this week. There is extreme fear in the market, so this is a good time to buy. And I would say yes, if we're following the 1998 pattern, which we actually are, but we're also following the 1929. So which one do you want? Do you want the recession or do you want the depression? Now the markets are already calling it recession. And Goldman Sachs last night, after retail's like, yeah, this is the time to buy, which I say you need to flush the idiots out first. There needs to be capitulation where retail's like, well, sell. At least I'll only lose most of my money. So we are not there yet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, and even my family. My daughter's like, what do I buy? I said, do you know how to fly a plane? No. Well, then don't sit in the cockpit. And if for some reason you're like, I want to learn how to fly this plane and make 215%. Well, I will teach you how to do it with my $1 million course. Except you don't have to pay $1 million. $299. And since it's a new launch, I'm filming videos every single day to give you guys something to do. I'll include my bear market course along with this one. And I will take you from start to finish and AI, so you can just click it and forget it while this is going on, because I don't know what to do. Goldman Sachs says, brace. This was last night. Brace for bigger stock drawdown. We have recession? Oh, and now they're talking about wider credit spreads? Credit is 98% of what everything is, because we're in a debt-based system, so money is credit. And the credit markets are breaking, just like the Great Depression. So while everyone's like, oh, this will fix this and this will fix that, this is where you need to know a little bit of macro and understand where we're going. And we can also go back in time to the tariffs and what did that cause? Oh, a Great Depression? The Smoot-Hawley tariff. I'll go into that in a second. And these movements, what you are seeing, witnessing with your eyes and your ears, if you have AI, you hear bing, 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 because it's trading for you. It's repeating. And these were some of the biggest drops in the Great Depression. 12%, 11%, 9%. That was November. So just like the Great Depression, the 20%, the Dow down almost 19%. But here's the kicker. We're under the 200. So it's like a magnet. When you get above it, it's a magnet up. When you get below it, it's a magnet down, and it's trying to pull you somewhere. That's why these bounces are going to be short-lived until you find the bottom. And it'll probably represent itself in a double bottom. It'll bounce, go back down, retest, all in. Or if your government's like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and introduce a $10 trillion stimulus. Oh, that 10 trillion needs to go somewhere. That would actually be called a V bottom. Yes, I've explained it in the course. Oh, and breaking news, if you wanted to know why the market rebounded, you see 7, 8, 9, go. But be careful, because just like the Great Depression, those bounces, 1931, 14%. I mean, yesterday, that was a head spin. 1929, 12%. This is 11, 12%. In the Great Depression, I would have never known. Just remember, what goes up also goes down. Currently, most assets are pricing for a recession. Dr. Copper, all of them. You got the 3-month, the 10-year yield. You got copper. You got the S&P 500, all at 100%. Baked in. What happens 100% of a time in a recession is the market go down. Unless this time is different, but it looks like it's not. In breaking news, this has been one of the most rapid crashes in history. Hold on to your hats. S&P 500 has erased 6 trillion in just a few days. That is insanity. 10 trillion market cap. The S&P and 500 NASDAQ have fallen 23% from their peaks. Looking at this, it's a repeat. But now the question is, are we repeating 1998 spot on, or are we repeating the Great Depression? In 1998, we had a bounce, okay? Followed by, oh, hey, look, guys. It's a double bottom. You don't know if it's a double bottom until after it takes place. So that's why I swing trade. One candle close. Let's see if it holds. Now the question is, did you swing this one? I did not. Well, unless my computers did, and that would have been DIA. I'll tell you, you better exit here. And you do have confirmation, so I'll hand it to you right here. You see there, you didn't have confirmation. See where it like started to cross and it's like, yeah, fail. And as you can see up there, whoa, it failed. So you kind of have confirmation. You know, I say kind of. The problem is it's the magnet. Where are we going? So these swing ups aren't going to be like they were in a bull market. Again, if you don't know how to fly the plane, don't sit in the seat. My investors, you see this green? I actually put that in my indicators for investors. When it goes green, then you're good to go. Or as this article says, close your eyes and buy, because we are in that correction territory of 16, 18, 98. You also might want to wait till it turns green on the monthly up there. For my long-term investors, you can fire your whatever the guy's called. It takes 4% of your money to manage it. You crossed here, that's down. You see how that crosses down? We could have a lot more sell-off. This is on the monthly. Same thing. Look, 7, 8, 9, purple all the way up there, and then it sells off. Same thing over here. 7, 8, 9, purple sells off. So wait until that goes green. And if you want the indicators, link in the description. So we are currently not blood in the streets. Also don't have a double bottom. We don't have a V. Just be thankful you weren't part of that $12+ trillion that people just lost. They don't know where the sell button's at, where they actually make money. But this is primarily institutions. Again, retail, they're buying the dip. And I say you gotta shake those at like a junior high kid. And they run out of their bag of hot Takis. They're like, Mom, I'm out. Also, warning to all moms and dads and creepy uncles. Do not, talking about junior high kids, do not take your kids to the new Minecraft movie. They will eat you alive. They will throw popcorn on you. They will throw their chickens on you. It is a complete nut show. See, you come here, you click subscribe. I help you avoid everything. Now let's go back in time just a little bit. 1929. I want to show you the kind of bounces that we had on the way down, and then the ups, right? We're up 8%. Everyone, all in. Okay. Then once again, we drop. But no, we're all in. We drop 34%. Okay, yeah, but we're up. We're up another 8%. Everyone go all in. Nope. And then we're down. And then you have a V bottom up, but then we have down. Just in case you're wondering, does your indicators work in the Great Depression? The answer is yes. Whale comes on, one candle close above, you ride it till you drop below. Just remember, your bump ups aren't going to be like your bump. Look at this bump down, and it did the same exact thing. Do you see the 200-day moving average? It went under it. First it hit it. Okay, we're good now. We went under it. Oh, got rejected on the 200. It's just all of this that I have is history, fear, greed. It just repeats. Math, psychology, everyone does the same thing every time from now all the way back to 1929. And you would have walked away with 40%. But if you know how to take out a contract, you're up a lot more. But now going back to 1929, do you see? We go up. It's the swings. Oh, hey, look, the 200-day moving average. Couldn't do it, could you? And if you're like, well, I didn't see it touch it. Hey, kids, look at that candle. The wick, it hit it. It's the same thing. Short it all the way down. I'd say one candle, but whatever this is, all the way down and walk away with 15%. You're fighting it down. And then you get the swing and everyone's like, it's over. You're under the 200. Everyone, we're safe. Let's all go back in the market. Down, down. Did you see this? It just keeps going forever. This is forever. I mean, not totally forever. Let me just pull back so you guys can see this. See? Okay. Up to the 200. Up. Couldn't do it. Down, down, down. And you know how long those people held the top for? Like 30 years. How long could this one be? I don't know. It doesn't matter because you are risk averse. Get in, you get out. You're smart. And you're making ups. Even in a bear market, you're making 73%. But now everything changes. Do you see the 200? Okay, now we're going to play up. I don't know why you'd want to play Up. It's not a good video game. Stick to Minecraft. So just FYI, I don't like doing TA on the channel. That's why I have courses. I don't want to repeat like a horse. I would prefer to talk about this and you already get it. So please be respectful. Learn how to do this. Also, YouTube does not like me when I do TA. Also, this is the first time I'm ever going to agree with AOC. I cannot believe I'm on her side. Any member of Congress who purchased stocks in the last 48 hours should probably disclose that now. I've been here. Yes, I agree with you. It's time to ban insider trading. Come on, Republican, Democrat, Independent. If you're a politician, you got the ear. And what I saw in the options market, all of a sudden, this is what was going on. Behind the scenes, you could see huge volume in buys. This is before DJT, before Donald J. Trump is like, hey guys, so we're going to pause this. I know I tested it, and boy, that rumor, markets just shot through the roof. Everyone knew it, and so they were front running this. And if you think for a second that you wouldn't, I mean, I wouldn't, Congress? These are politicians giving people the wink, wink. I mean, even Trump was like, wink, wink. You might want to buy DJT. I don't know. I might have some insider knowledge. And then wham, up 20%. Oh, but hold on. From the Don, we have breaking news.
Go ahead. What are the appliances?
I mean, it's everything, sir. It's
Sinks and toilets.
dishwashers, toilets, sinks. But the shower heads are a
There's
huge
no
deal.
water. You don't get water. It's ridiculous.
So with this executive order, we're effectively going to be reversing that set of regulations.
So there you guys have it. Shower heads. I don't know if you guys saw that episode, but you guys are actually going to get water that comes out of your spigot like it normally should. And I guess there was the regulator. Okay, dudes, I know, maybe I'm not using the right lingo. I tried to tear mine out. I mean, you can't get hair like this unless you got the good thing. So I think I got the good thing. Also, please be careful when installing it and using it the first time. It'll put you through the side of the house. That is not the only thing that Don is doing. Trump asked for Supreme Court to let him fire top agency officials. I wonder who that is. Could it possibly be? President Donald Trump has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to allow him to immediately fire top officials, two independent agencies. The case is testing a 90-year-old Supreme Court. Could it be? Could it be the Fed? I think it is. My question is, why didn't the Don do it back in the day when it was the 100-year? The Federal Reserve, and all they have, it's just a balance sheet. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. Subscribe. I'll talk more about it later. I know everyone says, oh, the Fed needs to print money. The Fed needs to lower rates. All this. This is not true. Which I know this is not what they taught to me in college. I taught college, so I know. They lied to you. It was a 100-year charter. During his last presidency, he could have nixed it. But congratulations, fire him. It's not going to change a thing. Now, what will change a thing is the SAVE Act officially passes the House. 208 Democrats voted against this. I wonder why. So you have to show voter ID? That's ID to vote? Weird. Oh, and one more thing. Oops, sorry, Big Mike. Let me move her a little bit. Johnson, the Big Johnson says he has the votes to move forward with Trump-backed spending bill, major cuts, at least $1.5 trillion. Let's just round that up to $2 trillion in savings for the American people, which also means a depression. For some reason, we just all do so much better when they just create bonds and give people trillions of dollars, and then they invest it in the stock market, and everything is great. But times are changing, and you can't make easy money like you used to. Looks like you guys are going to have to work for it. Take advantage of my $1 million course. I'll take you from start to finish. You'll know how to fly the plane. Plus, you get my bear market course until I delete that too. Hey, Johnny Bravo's like ADHD. You never know what you're going to get, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.